I realised my intros were very awkward, so I'm just going to stick to, hey guys! Hi. So today I'm going to talk about something that I've never actually talked about, and it surprises me because it's actually quite a big part of my life, well it was, and I'm surprised I didn't mention it in my 25 facts about me because it's a good fact. I did homeschooling for 2 years and a half. So in this video I'm just going to tell you how that came about, and I'll either go into sort of the actual details of homeschooling if you're interested, or I will do a part 2 and we'll actually know if you're interested or not. So let's get started with the story. So, we moved to France when I was 6 years old. I lived in Wimbledon for 6 years, and so that meant I was going into CP, which is like year 1, I think. Yeah. And my brothers and I all went to the same private Catholic school that my parents had chosen for us. And apparently when I was, well, at that age, apparently I said to my parents, "Thank you so much for sending us to such a lovely school." And it's true, I loved that school. I loved the primary. I stayed there for my whole primary education until year 6, and I loved it. It was really fun. Even though the French system is a bit weird, it was really fun. And yeah, okay, that bit's done. And then I finished my year 6, and I was quite sad because my best friend was going to a different school, different secondary school, and I'd made the decision to stay at the secondary school that was at the primary school that my brothers had gone to, the same place basically. And I went in there in September, and I was with none of the people I'd requested to be with, because you can like request a couple of friends to be with in a class. I was with none of them. Yeah, I realised that there were a lot of tests. There were tests, like after the first couple of weeks of colouring in your front page of your books and stuff, tests became a very reoccurring thing. And in French school, I don't know whether it's the same in English school. Well, the English schools I've been to haven't been the same, but anyway, and there were tests virtually every day. And especially in maths. And maths is my worst subject, as you know. And this teacher would spring surprise tests on us as well, whenever he felt like it, so that was great. Anyway, and then I think he's the teacher who basically put me off maths, because I was actually quite good at maths in primary. And as soon as I got into secondary with this teacher who terrified me, mainly because he sort of always knew I was terrible and always asked me to answer the questions. So yeah, that did not go well. And so in October, something I said to my dad, I don't know how I'd thought of this, but I thought, homeschooling! And so I asked my dad if he could, because I knew my dad would be a lot for it, and I knew my mum would be okay, and they said, yeah, sure. They said it's possible, okay, we can give it a go. And then, so I was so excited, I was like, yes, I'm leaving school. And then he didn't do it. And then I got him to sign something in November saying, I will take Imogen out of school before Christmas. Wait, let's see if I can find it. Jacqueline Wilson Diary 2009. As you can see, it's kind of messy. But it says, no school from the 14th of the 12th, 2009 until 18th of 12th, 2009. What? No idea what that. And then homeschooling in big letters. And that was really exciting. That didn't happen because I told all my friends that was going to happen and that I was going to be leaving, and then it turned out I didn't, and they all bought me leaving presents, and then I was there after the Christmas holidays again, and I only stayed for a couple of weeks, and then I was out, I was free, I was so happy, and yeah, it was just so nice not to have the stress of tests every day. With the homeschooling that I did, we had only one annual test. and it wasn't even written, it was oral, and you had to show that you had actually had some education since you left school and you hadn't been working in the fields or doing all the chores like Cinderella or something. And I did some lessons with my mum and some lessons with my dad, and if you want me to go into that in more detail, I can. And the way to tell me if you're interested is to give this video a huge thumbs up and leave a comment below if you want to. You're asking me a question, I can answer your questions about homeschooling if you have any. But it was fun. So if you're thinking of doing homeschooling, go ahead. If it's for you, go ahead. You'll only find out if it's for you if you go ahead with it. Yeah. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Bye!